In order to achieve the greatest range of motion for our kipping ring dips, where the bottom is where we spring up into the top of the kipping ring dip, we need to work on our mobility a bit. Some of us have really tight shoulders, and the range of motion for a kipping ring dip may be only to here. That's okay, you can train it for now, but the idea is to increase our range of motion by getting lower and lower and lower. This does take time. It's stretching, essentially. Sure, it could be some sort of joint issue, or if you've been training for a long time, have some sports injuries, totally understandable. We don't want to push the limit of your mobility any further than necessary, but we do want to increase the range of motion in order to get to the bottom of the catch position, whatever height that may be for the individual person, yourself. One way that we can do this is by keeping the rings at rib height, low rib height, and just sitting back into this position. What we want to avoid doing is rounding our back down, so we keep our head up. We're going to sit back like we're going to sit down on a chair. Try to keep the rings beneath your biceps. So my hand should be beneath the biceps. The ring strap should not be back by my elbow, but more toward the middle-ish of my upper arm. Getting into this position and sitting down, I want to sit here for whatever time is prescribed on your programming, or you could just sit here and add weight until you feel a bit of discomfort. Come out of the discomfort just a little bit and just hold there. By spending time in this position, you're going to increase the range of motion for your elbows driving up behind you. The lower you can get, the better, because this will help us find the very, very low part of the catch where we can work the most muscle near the tendon possible. The less range of motion you have, say for example, I'm up here, I'm not going to be in the pec insertion point as much as I would be down here, just because of the shortening of the muscle. So I'd be working more here toward or away from the shoulder as opposed to the tendon closer to the shoulder, and that's where we want to be. That's what's going to keep our shoulders safe while we continue through the kipping ring dips, is having strength in the connecting tissue between the tendon and the insertion point of the muscle. So where they start blending together, that's what we're trying to find. In getting the increase in range of motion, you can do standing here with the rings, or you can use a bench. Of course, a bench isn't your only option. You could use a countertop at your house. You can use a box, a plyo box, anything that you can put your hands on. We want to have them about hip width, fingers facing forward, and then just try to lower down as far as you can. As you can see, I can sit on the floor in this position, and I do feel a stretch. So if I wanted to, at the beginning of my training, I could just sit here on this particular bench because of its height, keep my elbows, try to get them close together in the back, and sit up as straight as I can. This will help stretch and increase my range of motion for my shoulders.